Hello champions. So right now our API is working perfectly and it is getting the entire data from the data bank, and we also check that it is live. So if we are changing anything in the database, so API is also changing the data into it. But before going to start the another project to create the website that will pull the data from the API, we have to work some more, because currently we are using the local host. That means if you are running your two projects and you want to get the API, then you can only access from your local machine. You cannot even access from another machine on the another internet. So our task is to deploy the entire project on the Heroku, and once we will deploy everything on the Heroku, then Heroku will make the worldwide link for it. So then we can, with the use of any mobile, any laptop, any desktop or any machine, then we can access the API and we will get the data accordingly. So when we will be deploying everything on the Heroku, so it is a bit tricky, especially for the first time. So we have to be very careful for doing everything. So if you go on the my GitHub link, the entire project is already there. I have already pushed the entire project that I am teaching you guys on these videos, and the link of the GitHub is under the description section, and you will find how to deploy on the Heroku. I have mentioned everything step by step, and I will follow all these things with you guys, but I won't be following these two steps. You can do it by your own, or you can watch my video on the GitHub, and in it I have shown how to create the account, and then how can you deploy it. You can create your repositories. Repositories are basically just a folder. So if you are new with the GitHub and you don't know what the repository is, then repository is just a folder. So first you have to create your account on the Heroku. I already have it, so I'm not going into it, but if you go on it, then you can create your username and password from going on the sign up page, or if you are already having it, then you can log in. Then you have to install the CLI of the Heroku, which is a good thing to install because mostly we are using it. So if you go on the link and go down, okay, here it is. So if you are a user of the Mac or you are using Windows, then you can use it accordingly. So because I'm using the Windows, so I will go with the 64-bit. This is what my system configuration is, and after the downloading of it, you just have to click for the installation, and installation will begin. Okay, so here is the installation page. Basically I already have it, but still for your convenience I am showing it to you. So meanwhile it finish it, I am pausing my video. Okay, so now the job is about to done. So after installing it, we will create the app name on the Heroku. So it will provide us the link, and then we will connect the app with our GitHub account. You can directly push your project on the Heroku rather than you use the GitHub, but I prefer to use GitHub, and this is because we are having a various benefits of it. If you are doing so we are saying close it. Like if you are having your project on the GitHub, then you can access it at any time and you want to see what the changes you made and each and everything. But if you are pushing anything on the GitHub, if you are pushing anything on the Heroku, then you cannot access your codes. Then to access your codes, you are supposed to be on your local machine only to access all your code. But if you are pushing your everything time by time on the GitHub, then from any machine, just log in into the GitHub and then you can pull your entire code from there. Okay, so now the task is done. We install it. Now under the deployment method, connect to the GitHub and search for this. Okay, what this means, after the installation and after you created everything, okay, I just missed one step on it, so I will modify it and I will re-update it. Okay, so we will go on the new button because we have to create a new app. On the app, now let's see what available names are. I'm saying my API, is it available? It is saying no. So I'm saying my REST API framework. Okay, so it is saying it is available. Okay, United States, no problem. Okay, so it is now created. So what I was talking all about, if you go in the settings and okay, we go a little bit more down. Okay, so that's the link. If I click on the link, for now we are just having this welcome page, but we don't want to go in here. It is asking under the deployment method, connect to GitHub and search your repo. So if I go on the deploy, and that's the deployment method, and I want to connect it from the GitHub. So if I go on the GitHub connection, I'm seeing okay, connect to GitHub. It is connecting me because my GitHub is already logged in, so it got me from there. It is asking for the repo name, or I can search it. So my repo name is basically on the GitHub, the server API 1 YouTube project. It is one because it is a very basic project, and after this project we will be building again the Django project for the APIs, but it will be more complex. Okay, so I'm just going through the search, and I'm saying server API, right? Okay, so I'm saying server search. Okay, so it is connecting. Okay, so now it is connected. So what I have to do, I will just push my entire data on the GitHub, and once I will push it, it will do it automatically, deploy it, and then it will visible on the link. So going back, okay, install Unicorn. So there are lots of installation and few settings to be measured, or you can directly do it. Okay, I'm shutting down my server. I'm saying paste it here, and I'm installing. Okay, so perfectly done. Very good. Okay, now it is saying create proc file without extension. So now we have to create a proc file without extension. How we are going to do it? Just copy it. Okay, and that's your main project. So just click it, click, paste, and no extension. Okay, this file requires no extension. After this, add line below line in the profile and replace my project. Okay, so we have to copy paste this line, do it, but my project has to be replaced with the name of the project, and that's the name of the project. So my project name is server API. You might be using the different name, so you can change it accordingly and save it. Okay, okay, we've installed Django Heroku. So now we have to install it. So that's the entire command. Okay, we can do it here. Okay, so it is already installed on my machine, so it is going more faster. Okay, now we have to create requirements file. What this file will do, so basically we have to use this command for it. So on your machine, whatever the Python libraries and the frameworks are installed, even though you are not using all those things for your current project, but it will add entirely on your machine. So this is the requirements.txt file, and it added up all the Python's libraries, all the installation, whatever I have done on my machine. So it added the list of it into it, and I am warning you guys that it will give error, at least to me, because most of the frameworks, those are not compatible with Heroku. because of the latest version I'm using, and Heroku is only supporting the previous versions, so I will modify it later. Okay, add import statement in the setting. Okay, now installations are done. Now we are going into the setting part, and then we will add this statement at the top of it. So here's the setting. We are going to the top. Okay, so at the top we import it. And what next? At the bottom, at the line. Okay, so bottom. Okay, so that's the bottom. Delete it. And okay, so this is very important part. So if you go here, okay, what it is saying, security warning, don't run with the debug turned on in production. What it means, so let me go with the true. We are not making it false, so I am not making it false for now, and I will show you what this means and what it does if we are not making it false and we are letting go debug with the true mode. Okay, run for the below and the migration. Okay, let me do it. Okay, value question is check it. Heroku update available. Okay, I don't want it. Okay, so now get add get commit, and I'm saying get Heroku. This is just to push everything on the GitHub, and I'm pushing it. So once it will be pushed, Heroku has to deploy it. It might take few times to, okay, wait for the CLI. Okay, automatically okay, so this means automatically it will do it. And I also clicked on the deploy branch, so it is deploying everything, but it will give me error. It will show me error, as I said, so because most of the libraries and the frameworks are not compatible with the recent versions, so I have to fix it. I just want you guys to see, because mostly when we are working we find so many errors and the bugs to fix, like this. This is science framework of the Python, so it is giving me the error, and it is saying that image 0.18 is not compatible, 0.1. And this is the list of the versions that Heroku supports, but because I don't want it, so I will replace it from already I am having the playlist of it, so I will fix it. So that's the list I'm having with me. I removed it and I'm pasting the list that I'm already using. So if I add and I say update txt, and I'm just pushing it. Okay, post. Now here's the error file. Okay, started. Okay, it is starting, and most probably it won't give me any error, and it will deploy it. So it will take a few seconds or a minute. It depends on the size and the length of the project. You can see I'm still having the lots of framework like the pandas and the play sound and everything that I haven't used on my project, but it is part of it is still the part of list, and I'm just using it. I don't bother it until unless I'm okay with it. Heroku is okay with it, then no problem. Okay, so it is in the final part. So everything is going in the right order. I'm just waiting for it to mention me that deployment is done. And can go and we can check. You can still check it, there's no problem, but still it is in the process of it. So 165 static files copied to so and so and so and so and so 5.7 post process. Now it is compressing. Okay, it is taking a few more minutes. So let me pause the video recording. Okay, so it is compressing done. So once it will be done, and I will show you. Okay, so here it says everything is done. So I'm going now to the Heroku link, and I say, if now you see what it is saying. It is saying you are at this address and no page found, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. And why I'm saying this, because we haven't created any page for the direct URL. If I go in my setting, or not setting, sorry, URL, we are have the admin route and we are having the route for the API. So we are having nothing for this route, which is fine. But if you see are all the routes, both of the routes, they are open for everyone, which is risky, and this is not the good practice when you are working in the production mode. And if you see, you are seeing this error because you have debug true in your Django setting file. Changed it to false, and Django will display. So basically, it is requesting us to make it false, as we already mentioned it. So we are going to the setting and we just make it false, and then it will be gone. But we are having another way to do it, because when you will be then working on your local machine, it will give you more trouble to fix it. So we are having this code, and we can directly use this code. So I will explain this code to you, and I will show you if you are not using this and you are doing you are switching between true and false, then what will happen in the next video.